Hello, all you lean eating machines. Welcome to the spring edition of Kamikaze Cooking with Kathryn, spring on the lamb style. So today we are going to have lamb with a balsamic strawberry glaze reduction and some little roasted potatoes, as well as some Krusty's gluten-free wild blueberry muffins, which I have already prepared. So I'll just run down quickly on the ingredients. For the chicken broth, I make my own chicken broth using the pasture-raised chicken pieces that I get from Old Century Meats, which is all the way up in close to Sterrett, Alabama. And then I freeze the chicken broth in my old goat cheese Tupperware individually so that I can defrost what I need. Then we're using some organic strawberries that I cut myself, and my favorite glaze, which is Flora Caprese glaze, the sweet Caprese glaze. We're using green-wise lamb because it's hormone-free and antibiotic-free. And that is actually some rosemary from my herb garden outside. For the potatoes, we're using those little tiny red nibbles, which we're going to kind of cut up and roast, and then of course kosher salt. So let me just go ahead and tell you how I made the gluten-free blueberry muffins, also cow's milk dairy-free. I followed the directions on the back, but I used goat milk instead of cow's milk, and I used margarine instead of butter. And in order to make these a little bit more fluffy, I added a little bit of baking powder to the batter before I put them in the cake cups. So that just gives, gluten-free flour is so dense that you want it to have a little bit of fluff so it tastes like you're eating just simple gluten flour. So anyway, that is my little trick. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these puppies in the oven so that they can be baking while I show you all the other tricks. All right, so next we're gonna go on to the roasted potatoes. So for the potatoes, the little nibbles, it's fairly easy. I just got them and cut them up into little halves. And then I'm gonna put them in this Ziploc bag that has oil and salt, pepper, and then I like to use the spice that Zoe's restaurant used to sell. And we'll just kind of seal them up. I'm just gonna shake it, and we're gonna shake it. And then we're just gonna dump them on this small roasting pan, spread them out a little bit, and put them in the oven. And next we're gonna work on the lamb and the balsamic strawberry reduction. Okay, next we're doing the lamb. And so these are Publix Greenwise hormone-free, antibiotic-free. The recipe itself called for lamb, like lamb chops or whatever, but this is just a shoulder cut. So we're gonna do a little bit more for good measure. I seasoned them earlier. It said season generously, salt and pepper. Then we are going to transfer each cut of lamb to a skillet that's been preheated with oil. I just use just regular light virgin olive oil. And then this part is going to be cooked for about 6 to 8 minutes. And then next, we'll put the strawberries in there. All right, next step is the beginnings of the strawberry glaze reduction. So the lamb has been browned on both sides in the skillet. So they say transfer the skillet to the oven, but I don't have that type of skillet. So what I've done is I've gotten a mini roaster and I've lined it with tinfoil and I have preheated it in the oven already. So we are going to grab these pieces of lamb, put it in the roaster, which is hot. Oh dear. Okay, turn that off for a second. Then we're gonna get the strawberries. And they said arrange the strawberries around the lamb. Well, that was pretty easy. Whoop, lost the strawberry. That was pretty easy. Now, we're gonna transfer this into the oven and cook. All right, next we're gonna make the balsamic strawberry glaze reduction. So you start out with some chicken broth. And again, this is my homemade chicken broth from hormone-free, antibiotic-free, pasture-raised chicken from Old Century Meats. And you add your strawberry glaze. Not strawberry glaze, y'all, balsamic. I don't know what I'm thinking. Add that. Your vinegar. Pepper. And then the finely diced rosemary. Stir that around a little bit. And then finally, put your strawberries in there and mash it up. And then cook that until it creates a reduction. Right, and there is your finished product. You take the lamb out of the oven, and then you get the strawberry balsamic reduction poured over the top and serve with your choice of sides. Like I mentioned earlier, we did Mediterranean roasted little nibbler potatoes. And then, as I like to do sometimes, enjoy your roasted lamb with strawberry balsamic reduction with a little glass of wine. All right, guys, Kamikaze Cooking with Kathryn, spring on the lamb. Now get out there and enjoy that beautiful evening.